So this is the brake caliper. This is the part you want to remove to get the brake pads out. Start by putting a screwdriver through the gap in the caliper, just like this, and pry it the full way back. This pushes the piston back into the caliper. There are two 13mm bolts that hold the caliper on, one at the top and one at the bottom. Here is a better angle of them. So go ahead and remove these two bolts. If you find the bolt spinning but not coming out, you can use a 15mm open end spanner just here, and that'll lock the threaded section of the bolt and it should start to loosen. With the two bolts out, the caliper should lift right off. And set it up out of the way. I'll just set this on the disc. You don't want to leave it hanging down as it'll damage the brake hose. Then use a screwdriver just to pry out the old brake pads. These ones are almost down to the metal. You want to check the disc at this stage just to see if it needs replaced. If you have a G-clamp, that can be used to push the piston back into the caliper. You can use the old brake pad to put across the piston and use the G-clamp just to push it back in. And then just pop the two clips off the carrier so they can be cleaned. And clean down the area where the pads sit. You can use a wire brush for this. Check the pins slide freely in and out. If these are sticking, you can remove them at this point and clean them. Give the clips a clean with a wire brush and then just pop them back on. They can only go back on one way. So these are the brake pads I'm using. They were about £21 from a local supplier. I'm just comparing them to the old pads just to make sure they're the right ones. Put a bit of brake grease or copper grease on the part of the brake pads that sit on the carrier. And just be careful not to get any of the grease onto the braking surface of the pad. Then put the new pads in. I find it easier if you put the back one in first and put the bottom in and then the top. Put the caliper back on again and just make sure that the brake flexi hose isn't twisted. If you struggle to get this back on, just make sure that the piston is pushed the full way in. Line it up and get a bolt started on the threads. Once you have one bolt started, put the other bolt in before tightening. And you might need to put the 15mm spanner on the back just to get it fully nipped up. That's one side done, now onto the other side. And that's the brake pads fitted. So now you can let the car down off the jack and then finish by pumping the brake pedal. The first pump will travel close to the floor. It's just the piston pushing back out of the caliper. And it's good to go after that.